Welcome back. Let's finalize just a quick recap as far as the love reading for Scorpio. Ultimately, you're letting someone go. You're getting to a point where you're seeing past the illusions. You are now at a point where you no longer want to even flirt with the idea of being with this person. You feel like it's over. Whenever I see this, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, in addition to the other messages I received, this is about you no longer wanting to argue. You feeling as though, whatever you've planted has been planted on a sour soil. You feel like you're not going to reap your reward no matter how much time you've put into it. You're over it. You're done. You're done contemplating. You're done working on it. And this is definitely in regards to what looks like a fire sign. So let's go ahead and go into your mate. I apologize for it cutting off, guys. I apologize. That's all I can do. Okay, so let's see how your mate is doing. Then we're going to go into your issues, and then we'll go into some advice for you and your mate. So Scorpio. So let's see how Scorpio's mate is doing, past, present, and future for the beginning of December. Past, present, and future for Scorpio for the beginning of December, December 1st through the 15th. Past, present, and future. All right. Okay, so your mate remains optimistic, hoping that you will be able to turn this around. Let's just look into what they received. They really received love themselves first, but this was in reverse. So that tells me that they are giving what they could give. They're giving all that they can, or so they feel as though they're giving all that they can. They receive new love for the present, and then for the future, they remain optimistic about the relationship. I really feel as though they feel like they can create something new with you, but let's go ahead and look a little further into this. The love yourself is more so about self-respect, making you more romantically attractive by doing what's best for you. By it being in reverse, I feel as though either they feel like you are not giving, or you were not, because this was in the past, you were not fully respecting yourself or giving your best at that time. They feel as though either you were scared, not fully being yourself at that time, but I feel like they see you as a new person now. So let's just see what this is about here. I just want to get a little more clarity as to the past here and this lack of respect that they felt as though maybe you had. Let's see what this is about. Okay, so this is also about them not dedicating the effort. So let me see. So as far as I'm concerned, they didn't respect you. That's the way I'm seeing this with more clarity. They didn't respect you in the past. They had an opportunity. You told them what you were going to do. You told them. Maybe you yelled a lot, screamed a lot. You told them. But I don't feel like they took you seriously. This is still showing that lack of nurturing that you received. From them, the lack of respect, the lack of appreciation. They weren't showing you that. And I feel like they knew this. And they wanted you to feel like you were taking the lead. That you're the reason why it was the way it was. But I do feel as though they got to a point where they wanted to rebuild this relationship. I'm seeing fire again. I'm seeing Sagittarius specifically as well. But I see they're now at a place where they're trying, this is again in the past, what they've gone through, where they've tried to balance themselves out. But I do see a point where they weren't doing supposedly what they were supposed to do. So let's see what the storyline is. I just wanted to get a little more clarity regarding that for some of you. And again, remember, this is a general reading. Make sure you look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for a little more clarity. I have, okay. So what is this Ten of Cups about? So you received that as well, right? I feel like they really want you back. I feel like you feel like it's over, but they feel like it's something new starting and beginning. I do see them having some addictions in this household that you guys aren't talking about. It's like it's an elephant in the room. But I also see them coming into some new abundance that's keeping them up at night. You know, they still have a cycle that they need to complete. They still are not talking. I feel like, you know, they're not accepting what you've told them about how you want to leave or how you want it potentially to end. But I see this cycle here has not completed. They don't want to hear what you're saying because to them, you know, they want this to work. I don't feel like they want to hear what you have to say. And like we saw earlier for you, you're taking action steps now. So in the past, they didn't want to hear what you had to say. What were you talking about in the past, though? What was Scorpio talking about in the past? About how it was inequality, how they didn't feel equal in this relationship, how they felt like, you know, I feel like Scorpio felt like they gave too much and they didn't want to be in competition with others. So I feel like Scorpio spoke to this. And I feel like their mate was not listening. I think that their mate was concentrating more on the financial aspects of the relationship. Like, long as they were able to provide that, that was sufficient. But I feel like Scorpio got to a point where it was not sufficient. So currently, let's see what we have for your mate. We have new love for your mate. A new person has stirred their romantic feelings. So let's see what's going on here. And this apparently is what's keeping them up at night as well. Who is this new love, Spirit? I want to know, is it Scorpio? Is this new love about Scorpio? So it seems. So it seems. I received the same messages. So they do want this to, they want to rekindle this new love with you. Let me get a little more clarity here. This new person looks like it's you. Them wanting to start a new relationship with you. But I see you not wanting to reunite with them. They're ready for this give and receive. They're ready to see the relationship grow. They're ready even to take a back seat and let you lead this relationship and allow you to lead it where you want it to go. Scorpio. Okay? So you are the new love. They're ready for this give and take. They're ready for the equality now. So let's see what's going on in the near future. They're remaining optimistic about this relationship. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. That's how they feel. But Scorpio, I feel like y'all feel like this is a dead end situation. And remember, please leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your comments, how this resonates with you. Yes, please leave your comments, because this looks like y'all trying to take a back seat and they're, you know, yeah, you're trying to detach from this. You're trying to detach and they look like they're trying to pull you back. So regardless of what they've done in the past, they're looking at this as a way to rekindle a new romance with you. So they're staying optimistic, although you're detaching, although you're moving away, although you are taking a back seat to this relationship. They see you as, they're remaining optimistic. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into your issues. Let's see what your issues are regarding here. I think we kind of got it quite clear here, but let's go ahead and look into it anyway, because it gives us a little more clarity into your issues. Let's see what the issues are for December 1st through the 15th with Scorpio. What are the issues December 1st through the 15th for Scorpio? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right, so okay, some of the same cards are coming out, but we're getting a little more information here. Okay, a lot more information. So basically, Scorpio feels like they deserve love, feels as though they deserve the best love. The issues here are regarding this forgiveness. It looks like someone does not want to forgive, does not want to move on, does not want to take this to the next level because they're still stuck in the past. They're letting go of trying to control the situation, but I feel like some of you Scorpios maybe don't know how to deal with it unless you can control the situation. But you're at a point where you don't trust this person, period. You have no faith that this will be what you want it to be. But the reason why I smirked is because soulmate came up again. But for you, Scorpio, it was in reverse. But the issue is, the issue is your soulmate wants to reconcile with you. But I also see here that someone's not communicating, not talking to people about it. I feel like they don't want to tell people what's going on. And I'm not talking about their partner. I'm talking about friends, family, whoever that they can get relationship advice from. I see them not speaking on this. So that's a part of the issue as well. So we have forgiveness, feeling like you deserve love is an issue. So someone does not feel loved in this relationship, point blank, period. Okay. And again, letting go of these control issues. So that's part of it as well. So let's go ahead and look into the advice for, first, Scorpio's mate. The advice that we need to receive. What is it that Scorpio's mate need to do to help them out with their Scorpio mate? Because Scorpio looks like they're done. They feel like it can't move forward in a positive way at this time for December. And I feel like they're ready to let go so they can start something new. So let's see what the advice is for Scorpio's mate, December 1st through the 15th. Stick in there. This is a time to heal. Heal the situation. So for Scorpio's mate, the advice is to hold on. Hold on, stay in there. Allow the situation to heal, but it can only heal while you're in it, while you're working on this relationship. So you can't give up. That's what I'm seeing for Scorpio. I mean, Scorpio's mate. For Scorpio. Haha. All right. Let's see what additional messages we have. Scorpio's mate. Choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. So, I'm seeing don't give up. Help this situation heal. Remember how you got into this situation and it wasn't overnight. So if this has been going on for months, years, know that it could potentially take that long for it to heal. So if you're going into it thinking that, okay, well, I said I'm sorry. They should just forgive me. Wrong answer. That's not the way this goes. So you're going to have to put forth a lot of effort. And if you really want it, it'll be totally worth it. So for Scorpio, let's look about Scorpio's advice. What is the advice for Scorpio for December 1st to the 15th for this relationship? Scorpio's advice. So, recognizing that these are challenging times, know that this will be temporary, Scorpio. So, I'm seeing that you just need to take a back seat, listen, realize what's really going on, and just breathe about the situation. Just take time out for yourself, breathe, come into yourself. I feel like some of you feel alone during this process and feel like you really don't want to necessarily give this another chance, but I do still see you coming together. But I do see the challenging times will come to an end. That's the good part. So what you were worried about, I feel it coming to an end. And remember, I would love to hear your comments. So please leave your comments below before you leave. Also, thank you so much for subscribing. And make sure you leave a thumbs up at the end if you enjoyed the video or before you switch the video. Okay? All right. All right, let's see what additional advice we have for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this is true. So, you know, the love is still there, Scorpio, whether you want to believe it or not. And I feel like many of you are feeling hurt, feeling like that, you know, you didn't deserve that, and I agree, you didn't deserve that. But know that people are people, and people go through what they go through when they go through it. Know that the universal law is working in your best interest, and so you have to do what's best for you. If you choose to go back or not, it's up to you, but make sure that your heart is light when you do so. Make sure that you're able to forgive and learn this lesson. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to go back into the situation, but forgiveness is a huge part of you moving on and moving to the next level. Recognizing that people are people regardless. They're not your perception of what they should be. They're not even their perception of what they should be. People are just kind of going with the ebbs and flow of life. And sometimes that hurts you, but know that it's not to hurt you. It's them living their life. And when you recognize that it's no longer personal, that it wasn't what they were doing to you, but rather who they were, then it takes away that, what did I do? Why did this happen to me? Okay? Thank you so much. Blessings. Love and light. I love you guys. Bye-bye.